Hello friends, welcome back to the channel, and if you are new here, welcome. I am so happy that you have joined me today. We are going to do another fun project, and maybe I should have a series, a perpetual series, because we did perpetual tags, and this is really perpetual envelopes. Now, per my usual, I got a little carried away. I started with just playing with envelopes. I had a bunch of them and put this together. And then I was like, oh, but I could do this, and I could do this, and I can do this. I think I might have like 3 to 5 ways that we can use these and make cool, fun, perpetual envelopes. So what are you going to need? You're going to need paper. And I'll tell you the sizes I'll tell you the sizes I used. You can use whatever size you wish. It only needs to be square. Excuse me for a second. I hope I'm not getting sick. This is like the 5th time that I've had a little tickle in my throat. You will need some glue, and if you are cutting your paper to size, you'll either need a ruler to cut it, a trimmer, whatever. Mine are already cut, but I want to show you what I used. I also, I love my little Velcro dots, so I have those out, and we may or may not use those. I did use them on some of the samples. So let me tell you what we are going to aspire to before we get too much further into it. This was my first prototype, and I just had a bunch of envelopes of varying sizes, and I just started, went from the largest to the smallest and just kind of started stacking them onto each other so they would then flip up. So they don't close, each one of them don't individually close, but collectively they all close together. So, and then this little baby one right here is the tuck for this. This was just my prototype. I've just kind of started playing with it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pockets. And technically you could make this a belly band or a pocket if you wanted to on your page. So that is example number 1. Then I decided, well, why not try something else? So then I put this one together. So example number 2, I did something a little bit similar, but when it came to these, I decided to place them on these 2 envelopes. And then this one I placed on the back of this one so it does close. And then here I just put a little belly band. So we have a belly band, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pockets. Wait, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 6 pockets on this one. There's the example. You can also make that into a belly band and or a pocket. Then I made this one. I don't remember which order I made them. And this one is simply just stacked all on top of each other from the biggest in the back all the way to the tiniest one. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pockets. Now, the number of pockets you use is going to be entirely up to you. It doesn't matter. I just used what I had, and then I kind of got carried away and made a bunch more. Now, the last one I did, we've made something similar to this when we made the belly band envelopes, and we kind of stacked and staggered them and made them all wonkety. This is sort of wonkety, but it is the 4th way. Maybe we'll come up with 5th way that you could make this as well. So this one opens here. So we have 1 pocket there, and then 2. And do you see these are like staggered on top of each, stacked sideways, kind of wonky. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is wallpaper. 5. So 5 pockets there. So there's a lot of things. And then I made this one into a belly band. And I didn't intend it to go in here, but the colors went so well with this Hoppy Days journal, which should be on the Maker's Market. I just finished that today, and so I thought I needed to go in there. All right, now, what questions do you have so far? Put them in the comments. I may answer them, but we'll see. Here's one that's all ready to go, and this is just out of Map Page. And what I wanted to show you is this is another wonderful way to use oversized book pages. Of course, we're cutting them down. So this one was an oversized, this is that atlas. And I just, the way that I did it, okay, let me back up. The number of pockets that I made with each kind of paper depended on how wide each page was. So for example, make sure you can see, this map page is, well, at the very end, mine's ripped, so it's 8.5. So let's just say we cut it down to 8 inches. Then that would be my largest envelope. So then I just started making them smaller and smaller. So I made an 8 by 8. And all you need to make sure is that your paper is square. So if you have 8 by 8 scrapbook paper, make one 8 by 8 and then just keep going 7, 6, 5, 4, and however many you want to make. It's that easy. And you just make all of your squares. Perfect, right? This one, the botanical one that's up here, this one was quite a bit bigger. It is actually a little over 9. So I will just cut it down to 9. So my largest pot or envelope was wood, and this one was 9 inches. And what you'll find is when you work with these oversized book page, you end up with a lot of extra on the side. So you don't use as many pages as you might think. So this might be for example, this is now 3 inches, so we can just make that our 3-inch pocket if we wanted one. Do you see what I'm saying? And so on and so forth. So you use all your scraps to make your smaller envelopes. All right. Now let's, for the sake of this, let's just cut this one. And maybe we'll do, let's see, how wide? We're going to make it 9 inches. Oops, I just dropped that on the floor. I don't want to make this one. I want to make this one smaller. How about we do this? I'm trying to think. Let's just make one 5. No, we'll make one 6 by 6. Oops. We'll make it 6 by 6. And this one. Must be 12 inches wide. So we got 2 6 by 6s and make a few. So these will be ready to go. I'm not going to make all of these, but we might as well just make them 3 by 3. Because they're cuter than cute, but I'll use a bigger one to show you how I make these. And this is just my way of making envelopes. I don't know that there's a million different ways that you can use them and make them, but this is just the easiest way for me. Okay, so I have all of these pieces that I can use to make these. Now, these might be, it might be okay. I was thinking it might be too busy. The paper might be too busy. But I'm going to zoom in a little bit. There we go. And I'm going to show you how I make these. All right, now what you can do, here, let's move this just so you can see. You can use this as a guide if you want to kind of make sure that you're in the middle, so to speak. And you can use your ruler and you could, mark the center and put get a pencil and mark it. You could do it that way. I don't. I just do this. So I just pick up take my paper and I make sure it's together here. And I just pinch the middle of it. Just like that. Got it, right? And then I take the top and the bottom. pinch it. Now, I know you guys can't probably see that, but here's my center. That's all you got to do. Now, it gets even easier. So you're going to I just like to have it right here. What we're going to do, these are going to be, what I'm making right now is these flaps here that fold in, okay? So you're just going to fold it to the center and fold it down. Fold it to the center, fold it down. And this is the other really cool part about using Book Page is you get such cool designs on your pockets when you use those. Okay, now this is going to be my bottom flap. So it will be this piece of my envelope. And you're just going to fold it up like that. Now, you can do a couple of things. When I use cardstock, which is what this is, I just clipped off this piece because it's heavy cardstock. But with this, it probably makes more sense just to fold it right there. And we'll just put a dab of glue on it. I'm going to use art glitter glue. I don't need to use Fabri-Tac. Why? Why would I do that? I hope you guys are having a fantastic week. I am, well, by the time you see this, it will be well into March, but I am planning for a little mini vacation. Dave and I have been pretty busy lately. Okay, let me before I talk to you about this. Now I'm going to open this back up. And those little, let me just mark where they're at so you can see them. There should be in each corner a little triangle. So far just in this one because I've only folded it one way. I know it's hard to see. So I'm going to pop those out of there. All right. So now you have these two, and then this will fold up nice and neatly, and you have nothing in your way. You don't have to. Like, there's many times that I've just folded it and left those little divots in there, but you don't have to. So then I'm going to turn it upside down, and I'm going to make my envelope flap. And I just want it to be about like that. And then I'm going to open it back up, and I'm going to do the same thing. Let me mark these so you can see them. So there's one right here, and there is one right here. And we're just going to cut those out. Boop, boop. Again, if you want to skip this step, go for it. The reason I'm doing it is because my envelopes are stacking on top of each other, which is the point of this video today. So I want to make sure that there's not too much bulk in it. All right, now all we're going to do is glue this down. So glue it, and your envelope is finished. And that's how easy it is. Let's do one more, just so if you want another step through on it. I'm going to take another one of these that's blank on the back, because I think it's a little bit easier for you to see. All right, so you're going to, I actually don't really use this very much, but we're going to just do it this time, just for tutorial purposes. And you're just going to put the corner to corner, and you're just going to come down and smush it. So that's going to be your center, right? And then you can see it went right here. All right, now you're going to do the same thing from the bottom to the top. Make sure it's lined up. And there is your center. So right here is where you're going to want that to go. Easy enough, right? And now you're just going to bring in your sides. And for for this project, when I first did the prototype, I was just playing around. I had a bunch of envelopes. They were already made similar to this. And so I just started stacking them. But then when I wanted to make more, because I was like, ooh, I could do this and I could do that. What I did is I folded all my papers. Then I came back and cut all of my triangles out. Then I glued them all. So if you want to mass make them, that's just the way that worked for me. And you can choose to do it however you want. All right. Again, we're going to fold this up. And that's about, I don't know, what, a half an inch? Probably 3/4 of an inch. Mostly what I'm paying attention to is to make sure that these two pieces are kind of even-ish. Does that make sense? And then this is going to be our envelope flap. I don't really like that way, but that's what it's going to be. I mean, I don't like really the design on it. All right. So then I would fold all these up. I'd throw this aside and I'd pick up another one and I'd do another one and so on and so forth. And then I'm going to cut out come back and cut out all the triangles. This is a great TV craft. I did this last night when we were all watching a movie. What was I watching? I never remember. I never know the names of the movies. What I would tell you, it's a Scorsese movie. And it was basically his rendition of rewriting, it's called not a fairy tale, and I don't know. It was about the, what's her name? Sharon Tate, in the Manson whole thing when she was still taken, and then it was his interpretation of how it would have gone differently, and it was really good. Brad Pitt's in it, and Leonardo DiCaprio, I think. I don't know the name of it. I never know names of movies. If you need tips on movies to watch, I'll be like, oh, you know that movie that it was about this, just like what I did right now? I don't know. But it was good. All right. And that's all there is to it. And we got another envelope down. So you just keep making these. And what we're doing with these, I mean, we've made envelopes on this channel many, 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 many times. But for this one, I made them specifically by cutting down on the bulk because we want to be able to layer them on top of each other. All right. So now let's see. I have this one, and this is just this is from Temu too. It's like, I don't want to make all these though. So we're going to use the book map, the map page. But they're from Temu, and they're old, like replicas of ledgers. So let's just take these all out. Which I also, well, this could be let me see. Let me just say this. This could also be, are they all in? Yes. This could also be a fourth way to use them. Just put them all inside of each other, and then each one of them has something in them. I kind of like that. Let's leave it. That's a good template. We'll quickly make these. And we're just going to stack these 4 together. So let's see. I don't even know what size these are. I'm guessing 6 inches. Yeah. So if I did this right, 6 inches for each one. All right. I'm just going to quickly do these. I may speed this up, but let's not count on it because one never knows. Oh, that looks cool. There you go. Now, see how I just did that one? I showed you the very slow, methodical process, but when I do it, I don't do that. Okay, so we're making all of our envelopes first. And we'll come back and do all the cutting and gluing next. I do actually, though, like to find the center of the paper, because otherwise they can get a little bit wonky. Especially if you're making them fast like this. So, or if you're me. Wonky happens. And 2 left to go. So this must be 2 by 2. So 6 down to 2 inches is what this one is. I really like this paper. I have now bought this twice. I bought it. I liked it. I bought more of it. It's a nice weight. It looks pretty. You know. So when you're watching this, let's see. What do I have going on? Well, we have a lot going on, but at the moment of this filming, I am currently getting ready to go on a little trip. Why did I do that? I don't know. So I've been trying to prepare for that and get everything ready. And my mom is watching, my mom and dad are watching Zenny. So, and the kids are all at school. Dave's at work. And it's just the cat and I in the house. And it is extremely quiet. It's very weird. Very weird. I mean, it was weird. Pretty weird. More weird, actually, probably, than when Ruby went to live at her new house, because she was literally with me 24/7. So I was constantly, like, every time I would move in the craft room, I would look to see if she was underfoot. And that was weird. It's hard to get used to. But not having any, I mean, because, come on now. Izzy, she's a piece of cake. You feed her, you cuddle with her, that's it. You let her outside every once in a while so she can go play. She's good to go. So it's been quiet. What have you guys been working on? I feel like I'm finally, I mentioned a few videos back that I was like, well, I guess it's probably been a while, but I was just, have been feeling like I'm just kind of treading on thin ice, if you will, which would be right, because that's spring, you know, ice is thin right now. Just trying to stay afloat, if you will, like staying on top of my videos and keeping everything in order. And I've been traveling a lot, back and forth. And so I haven't had the time to, commit to some of the things that I normally do. I'm not complaining. Family first, right? But I finally feel like I'm getting a little bit in the groove for 2025. Does anybody else have that same thing going on? I know it's not just me. But usually I'm pretty on my game. I've got my, goals set, and I'm, tracking, and but right now, not so much. Again, this is pretty thin paper. I mean, it's thick, but it's not cardstock. Ooh, that's too much glue. Here we go. Got too much. It's just leaky little guy, isn't it? Here we go, 2 down. Other than that, if you have not, if you're new here and you're just watching for the first time, just a couple things about me. I am the founder of and owner of the Makers Market, which is on district.net/Makers Market. It is a wonderful community for artists of any sort. It is a place that you can buy and sell, that you can just hang out and fellowship with friends. We do some collaboration, some swaps. We support each other as business people. It's just a lot of fun. And in addition to that, on Tuesday nights here on, well, anytime that I go live on District and do on the Makers Market and do a sale or even a craft and chat, I always post it to my YouTube channel. So you'll want to definitely subscribe if you like, to purchase things, if you like thrift hauls, if you like to craft and chat, and you just like the idea of a community of like-minded artisans and crafters, then you were in the, whoops, I'm going to leave that one. I'm throwing caution to the wind. Hang on, let me think here while I'm doing this. I'm bound to glue something I don't want together. I'm just going to clip this one like that. It was too small to try to fold. Okay. But at any rate, if you subscribe, you will always see the videos regardless of where they're at. If that makes sense. So subscribe here and you'll get all of the information. But hop over to the district.net/Makers Market. Just hit join. All you do is, I think, maybe put your email in and a name, and you're part of the party. All right. So okay, we've got how many things? We've got this one that was just inside of each other. We've got this one that were stacked on top of each other. We have this one that is just kind of willy-nilly. And we have this one, kind of this one was actually, like, I did each one on top stacked. And then we have the one that was a little bit wonky. So, what do we want to do with this one? I really like that because, I mean, I could do it. Let's see. Let's see if I can do it so that, remember when we made the belly bands? Might need quite a few more, right? What if we did it like this? I don't know that have I ever done one like this? Well, yes, because I did them all open, but I think we can do this. Okay, because this way we can make it longer. Okay, so let's just say this is going to be the top of our page. So we want to see where it ends up. And that we have it long enough. Or we could go from the bottom to, no, we can't. I mean, we could, but. Let's just do that. It's different. We haven't done it. Why snot? All right, now we do probably need to measure, or not measure, but at least mark. And I'm going to go down as far as I possibly can. Oh, that's a little, I marked a little too much. And I think on the one that I did on, when we made all those other ones, I think I did it so that there was a pocket behind it too. We're not doing that today. All right, let's go down. And there's no rhyme or reason to this. I'm just kind of putting them where it seems like a good spot for it. Could go like that. There we go. Cute. I was just thinking, I got to make sure that I have room that I can attach something if I want to. Use my little, I'm not sure that I don't know. If I want to use Velcro dots on those. I mean, that's an awful big Velcro dot for this little, but maybe. All right, there we have it. We should probably just do the Velcro dots just so we can, although that's going to be, I'm afraid they're going to tear. I think I'm better off just leaving it like that. You know, when it's in a journal, it's going to stay closed. It's kind of fun. I kind of like the idea of using it on a page like this. And then you can just open it up this way. Or, you know what also would be cool? All right, so just for the record, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is our 6th idea. But let me see if I got a page. I'll just pull a piece of paper out. I thought I had some. I think I used my example. All right, so imagine, if you will, now this is, you'd have to consider this because it's obviously hanging out on the page, but you could put this right into your journal like that, or you could put it onto a page. Well, not like that, could you? But you could do it like this. That would be kind of cute. And then this, you could make a tuck on the other page. You could also, ooh, I kind of want to try this. Let's do it. You could also hinge it. Just this. Let's see what happens if we do it. What do we got to lose, friends? What do we got to lose? Let's just use, do I have any, let's see if I have a scrap of that. I do. This is all the scraps. Let's just use this one because it's neutral. All right, if I have it go down here, let's not do that. Let's just go even with the bottom of the envelope. All right, I'm gonna, I can't even see that dot. All right, I'm just gonna eyeball this. Okay. We can do this a couple of ways. We can put it on the front, or we can put it think it's going to be better to put it on the front. We're just doing it. Come on now. Don't overthink, Ange. All right, that's on there. Now we can have it go onto the page like this. Or we can have it wrap around the page like this. What shall we do? What shall we do? Kind of like the idea of wrapping it around the page. And then, you know, if you wanted on this, you could make this into a little side tuck or a pocket, or you could just collage the whole page and no one would be the wiser. And there it is. Now, we could also take a little piece of this, just because we have it, just as a reinforcer, so that we know it's not going to fall off there. And girls and boys, we got ourselves a little flippity-floppity envelope, a perpetual envelope. I should probably wait for that to dry a minute, shouldn't I? But I'm not going to. There we go. That is super cute. Boom, boom. And then what you can do is you could just take more of your scraps, you know, just slap them willy-nilly. I could probably be using my glue stick on here. And you got yourself a collaged page. Or, you know, you could just do a couple and have it be kind of cute. You don't have to do the whole page, but you get my drift. Use your glue stick for this. Don't waste your good glue for collaging. And so on and so forth. I won't finish that. Well, how long have I been going? 38 minutes, so we'll just, I got this stuff. I might as well just finish it out. Well, that was fun. See, and that's the beauty of this. Once you guys start going, you're going to come up with your own ideas, and you're going to come up with all kinds of different variations, and I'd love to hear them. So please, you know, let me know if you saw something or something came to mind. All right, I am getting my glue stick out. Something came to mind while you were watching. I'd love to hear how I could do something differently, or your ideas, or if you've done something similar before. I'd love to hear it. What did I do with my... Oh, it's over here. My glue page thing. It's time for me to bust out a new one of these. This one's getting... Well, I could just clean it off. Cute. Let's do one with... We need this, right? Don't you think? These are my little... Not my favorite glue sticks, but I need to use them up. Whoa. That went loosey-goosey. There we go. What else do we have over here? We haven't used this. It's already cut. Oh, which side do I want? Yeah, that one. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you give it a go. I mean, making envelopes, like I said, we've done this on my channel many, many, many times. But, I mean, the last time we made all of those envelope belly bands and such, the stackable ones, we didn't do this. So there's always more options, right? Here's another one with them. The Stampy Poo. Now it's out of glue. See, I told you I've been trying to use them up. It's just, these are just really goobery. You see all that glue that gets on the mat? I can't imagine that these with children would last very long. They'd be like, be gone in 5 minutes. Oh, here's one. Let's see if we can get the, ooh. And there was light. All right, there we have it. Now, oh, nope, I got one little baby up there. I missed it. This one I'm just going to cut around it. All right, there we go. Now I have, let's throw this away. Now I have a signature page all ready to go. And this flips out, writing space, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pockets. And they, as we guessed, laid down pretty well after we worked on it. And then the back is collaged. Loverly. How loverly. All right, friends. Well, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. And come back again. I'd love to chat with you, to visit, and to see you more often. So until next time, friends, remember to take time to just be. We'll see you soon. Cheers.